Hello and welcome to today's Star Wars video, where I will be going over some key points of evidence to prove that Mace Windu won't be coming back after Revenge of the Sith. That scene where he fights Palpatine is his true death. Now I know everyone just loves to point out how far people have fallen in Star Wars and that it makes perfect sense for old Mace Windu to return. Fair points, to be sure. We've got Luke Skywalker falling, Anakin Skywalker, Yoda, Darth Maul, Obi-Wan Kenobi, and even Mace Windu himself just before he destroys the bounty hunter Jango Fett. For the sake of the video, I'm not even going to talk about animated Force users and even a couple non-Force users who can survive falls from crazy heights just like this. Another thing frequently pointed out is that people can survive without limbs and do it all the time. They can even get robo-prosthetics that can probably grip or kick as hard as a good Force choke. And again, this point is totally valid. We've got your Lukes and Anakin Skywalker again. We got Darth Maul, an alien at a bar. Wookiees love pulling arms off. Dooku wasn't a fan, but for a moment he was surviving just fine without both of his hands. If the fall and dismemberment didn't kill him, what the heck makes Mace's scenario so different from the other examples? Well, it wasn't the fall that killed poor Mace Windu. It was the deadly Force lightning from Palpatine's fingertips. And now is about the time people tell me that Count Dooku fries Anakin, or that Luke was shocked just as bad. So I've got to bring forward my own legit evidence proving once your skeleton has been revealed to the naked eye via electrocution, that there is the point of no return that Darth Vader speaks about here.
But you'll die.
Nothing can stop that now.
Let's analyze the footage now, especially a couple frames that might look like Luke's skeleton at first. I thought these moments could be mistaken for a skeleton easily, just because of how much lightning is actually surging in and around Luke's body. Here, it circles his face, which at full speed might be seen as a skull shape, and this frame here reveals that not to be the case. And then this one that I love, with the lightning pouring out of his mouth, we still don't get an X-ray view. Watching these fight scenes in 0.25x speed is much recommended, by the way. Even Dooku's lightning slowed down never reveals X-rays of... Well, stop the tape. Back it up. I saw something there. Okay, so we do see his skeleton a bit, but not enough that it's his skull. So I'm going to change the theory to when the skull is illuminated. We will get to analyze Mace Windu scene in a second here. I just want to point out that even though Palpatine tells Luke, "Now you will die," he still can't be using deadly Force lightning, not even scarring the young Jedi. Yet, the moment Darth Vader grabs him and Palpatine feels threatened, bam! He goes full Force lightning, and we immediately see all of Vader's skeleton, or at least what's left of it. So with all that in mind, I'm sure at this point you've either clicked away and aren't actually here, or perhaps you strongly agree/disagree with me, and that's great. Let me know what you think in the comments. Hit subscribe or do whatever you want to do. Time to analyze the footage of Mace Windu's true death. Mace recruits 3 Jedi Masters who are capable warriors to confront the Chancellor after Anakin revealed Palpatine is the Sith Lord that they've been searching for. Enter the Chancellor's office. So they enter, have a little chitty-chatty, then Palpatine does a dope screaming spin move that stuns Windu's close friends Agent Kolar and Sassy Tin into dying pretty much instantly. The 3rd Jedi Master, Kit Fisto, manages to block a few swings before getting taken down. His Form 1 mastery is more efficient at fighting multiple enemies and is why he was able to best Grievous in the cartoon, but is much less adept to fighting Palpatine in a 1v2. So here we get to see Mace Windu not only holding his own against Darth Sidious, but is actually feeding his opponent's dark side energy into his fighting style, and we get my favorite saber lock that doesn't include Count Dooku here, where Samuel Jackson is making the scariest face I've ever seen him pull off, and he makes a lot of scary faces in his movies. After this, he puts Sidious on the defensive and keeps pushing him back until he disarms the Sith Lord and uses his patented Jedi kick to knock him to the ground. Now enter Anakin, who just missed the whole lightsaber fight and didn't even see Chancellor holding a weapon at all. while he walks in on Mace Windu standing over him, blade at the ready. At first, Mace just wants to arrest the Sith Lord, but then Palpatine says, "No, you will die," and unleashes an extremely powerful Force lightning that Mace is reflecting back onto the Chancellor, and the strike was strong enough to deform Palpatine's skin, and we don't see any X-ray while this is happening, so probably not his full power again. He stops just in time to beg for Anakin's help, and the young Jedi only reacts when Mace decides he must end it here and there, and the Chancellor is
too dangerous to be left alive.
Off goes Mace's hand as Anakin cuts it from the wrist, disarming the Jedi Master. Now, Sidious knew his life had actually been in danger against Mace Windu, and right there, he decides the Jedi can't be left alive. This is when he releases his most powerful lightning strike up to that point. The lightning immediately causes Mace's skeleton to pop up into view, particularly his skull. Anakin watches on in horror as Mace's fate here will end up mirroring his very own demise in Return of the Jedi. Final clip here, it's Rey using 2 lightsabers instead of just 1 to kill Palpatine, and in her final move we do get to see Palpatine's skull, even though most of him was melting anyways. Now to answer the title question. In conclusion, Mace Windu will not return after Revenge of the Sith because of Palpatine's Sith lightning. Once he was cast into the depths of Coruscant, the Jedi Master was likely already dead or dying before he hit the ground. I think instead we could see Sam Jackson back as the voice of his Force ghost, or even in the more advanced form projection. It's possible Yoda began training Mason using the afterlife, or even to have directed Windu to the wills of the Force, where Qui-GON and Yoda learned the skill. In the Clone Wars show, Mace even learns that Yoda has communed with the late Qui-GON Jinn as he and the other Jedi Council members meditated for 24 hours straight to try and reconnect Yoda to Qui-GON. My running theory is that it didn't work because of the ancient Sith shrine that the Jedi Temple is built on. But hey, I don't write for Disney Lucasfilm, so the now upcoming Obi-Wan show could totally prove me wrong. And I'm Percy Mann, thanks for sticking around. Until the next time, Star Wars fans.